Hi everyone and welcome to this my video on finding the equation of a line, part of the Year 9 course over here in Australia, but valid everywhere. My name is Darren from Maffs. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you can, head over to YouTube and subscribe. I know everyone in the world asks you to subscribe to their channel, but I have to say it means the world to me. There are very few people out there who watch maths videos, and so there are many days I give up and I go, I can't do this anymore. No one watches them. I'm not useful. But then, I don't know, by the end of the day, I get 12 or 15 more people go, yeah, no, I watch your content. And so subscribing really does mean the world to me. So thank you very much in advance. What am I going to be doing today? Right, well, as usual, there are my learning objectives to be able to find the equation of a line given 2 points. This is very much building on what we have done before and find equations of straight lines. This is huge. If you can find equations of straight lines, there is very little you're not going to be able to do for the rest of this year, he says, hopefully. But anyway, right, what have we been doing so far? Well, we've found equations of straight lines and we've sketched straight lines from their equations. And we've realized that there are now two ways in which we can have our straight lines written. Y equals mx plus c, that's what we call gradient intercept form, and ax plus by equals c, that's called just intercept form. And each of those is really important in a different way, okay? This can make drawing lines really easy because I can just put x equals 0 and y equals 0, and then y equals mx plus c likewise can make life easy as well. Right, but let's not rush things for now. Let's determine the equation of the straight line shown to the right. Well, I'm going to use y equals mx plus c for now. Y equals mx plus c. All straight lines will have this equation. So let's just make sure this there is my x-axis and this there is my y-axis, and that gives me some context for the letters I'm going to use. And sometimes they try and trick you, because sometimes they might make that, I don't know, T and V. Well, if they try and trick you, we're going to see through those tricks a little bit later on. But let's not rush ahead. So what letter is on my y-axis? It is y, so let's do that. Equals m. What on earth does m stand for? Gradient. That's all right. We can find the gradient because I take a point, I go across, I go down until I reach my line, and I just count squares. So how many have I gone across? And again, a bit of a trick here. Lots of people think that that would be just one unit. It isn't. I've gone up in twos. So I've moved 2 that way. And whenever we move to the right, it is always positive, right? So positive 2 to the right. But this time I've gone down 4. So that there is minus 4, because when I move down, it's a negative. Right, so my gradient in this situation is rise, which is -4, on run, which is 2, which gives me -2. So my gradient, so m there is -2. What's on my x-axis? What letter have I used on my x-axis? X, there we go. Plus c. What does c stand for? The y-axis intercept, or the value. All right, so again, this is my y-axis intercept. Not here, that's the x one. My y-axis intercept is at -4. And so there we go, that becomes -4. Oh my goodness, are you telling me it's that easy? Absolutely. Find the gradient. Don't get tricked. People get tricked here with the minus sign and they you know, do silly things, but you'll be better than that. Determine this equation of a straight line. We can do this. All right, so again, what have we got? Y equals mx plus c. Notice how I always write down the equation first. All right, that's obviously got an x on it, and that's going to have a y on it. So I'm going to start with y equals m, gradient. Right, we'll choose 2 points. So here's a point here. I'm going to go up to here. Now, a lot of people say, how do I know which points to choose? You try and choose them so that they intersect with a nice part of your grid. Right? There's no way I would choose that point there because I don't know how to read that off. It's not going to be accurate. But here I've got a nice number of squares across. I've got a nice number of squares up. So what have I got there? I've got 3 across. And remember, always when you move that way, it's positive. And then I've gone how many up? 1 square up. And whenever I move up, it is always positive as well. So in this situation, my gradient is equal to rise, which is 1, on run, which is 3. All right, a gradient, a fraction, doesn't bother me. All right, what letter have they used on my x-axis? They've used the x. And the c value, which is my intercept, there we go, is going to be -1. And again, don't get tricked. Lots of people try and use that one. Find your y-axis. It's where it crosses your y-axis. So again, y equals 1/3 x minus 1. Come on. Find the equation of a straight line which has a gradient of 1/3 and passes through that point there.